Welcome to the Hawker Brownlow Cars and Stars Plus program. My name is Lynn Keating, the Victorian consultant for the program. This presentation is designed to provide you with an overview of the Cars and Stars program so that you have an understanding of what is involved and how the program can help you to get the best results for our students, something we are always working towards. The Cars and Stars Plus program is based on multiple research projects which have identified comprehension teaching strategies that are critical to improve literacy skills for all ages. The program fully aligns with the national curriculum and is differentiated to meet the individual needs of our students. Unlike many other programs, the Cars and Stars Plus program not only assesses individual students to find their zone of proximal development, but also identifies specific strategies at these zones. The program then supports staff in teaching the next level of work by using explicit teaching lessons that are prescriptive and targeted at each student's needs. On the Hawker Brownlow internet site, there is a video describing the program, Step 1 being the placement test, and Step 2, the CARS, Comprehension Assessment of Reading Strategies. Today, I am going to explain the third step, STARS, Strategies to Achieve Reading Success. The STARS component consists of targeted, scaffolded comprehension lessons for the 6 to 12 well-researched comprehension strategies which are imperative for literacy success for all our students. The expected bell curve of the results from the placement test will show that there may be up to 4 or 5 levels of achievement in every class. As teachers, we already appreciate the challenges of a broad ability range. The Cars and Stars program will have identified these levels and, more importantly, has identified the explicit teaching that each student needs at each level to improve. So, the differentiation required to meet all the needs of the students in your class has been done for you. It is very important to remember that no particular level is meant to be taught to a whole class. We teach at each student's identified point of need. I will take you through the STARS Teacher Guidebook first to show you the lesson formats, pacing guide and intrinsic support, along with numerous other features that make the STARS books an effective and proven program. The introduction. This gives every staff member the learning objective for each lesson. It explains the genre of that lesson, tips to better support English as a second language students, and how to get started. The explicit teaching of every strategy has 5 lessons. The first of these is modelled instruction. This snapshot shows the 2 pages from the student's workbook as well as notes from the teacher's guide that supports in the application of this lesson. In the student book, each lesson is broken down into a number of parts. Number 1, the introduction, that describes the strategy and prompts students to explore their prior learning by using open-ended questions. The next part, 2, is working with a partner, where students are given the opportunity to discuss ways to use the strategy. There is then 3 and 4, a reading passage that provides the opportunity for students to work with the strategy in the context of real-world reading. Students then complete the strategy-based graphic organiser, which is number 5. The teacher guide provides an overview of what students do in each lesson part, number 6. A step-by-step walk for the guiding the students through each lesson part, 7. Tips that provide additional information for the teacher, 8. And ways to assist any student as they complete the graphic organiser, 9. The next 4 lessons in teaching a strategy gradually releases the responsibility to the students. The second lesson is guided instruction. Following is modelled practice. Then guided practice. And finally, independent practice. Every lesson has aspects of support and prescriptive text to ensure that all students are explicitly taught at their point of need. In class, the structures and processes are the same for all, although the level of text and challenge varies. The program has been organised to ensure that all students can work independently at their own level at the same time. This is imperative to improving outcomes for all. For example, if we follow the whole part whole structure for a lesson, the students as a whole class would be introduced to the strategy being taught. They would be asked to share their prior knowledge and understanding of what the strategy means, and examples of this strategy as a whole class. The part would follow then when the students go to an area where all students on the same level will work. The page numbers on every lesson for every strategy are the same page number in every level. Keeping this in mind, the teacher would then ask the whole class to open their own STARS book at page 32, for example, knowing then that every student can complete work at their point of need independently. While the students are working at their levels, the teacher can have a focus group or continue to move around the room supporting any level or student as the need arises. The final part of the lesson would be to bring the whole class together again to discuss and share their work according to their prior knowledge and understandings, with anything new that they did or learnt in their independent work. The power in having the whole class share their learning helps clarify and confirm the learning for all of the students, as well as helping the teacher monitor progress. If the teacher followed the entire suggested pacing guide where all strategies are taught with 5 lessons per strategy, all review tests are completed after the teaching of 3 strategies, the final review test of the program would be completed in 68 lessons of about 40 minutes over the entire year. If a student has been placed on level P or AA, which equate to being a pre-reader or foundation to year 1, their program consists of teaching 6 strategies. Keeping this in mind, their pacing guide shows that the program would be completed in 37 lessons. This slide shows the strategies that are taught at each level. The Teacher's Guide has many more features, including the research findings, references, an explanation of the program, supporting tips and very useful bookmarks that can be used in take-home readers. Parents can be informed of the strategy being taught at that time and support their child by referring to these when reading. For older children, the bookmark can support them in understanding and remembering what each strategy means. This is particularly helpful for students to use in all other curriculum areas. There are additional books that can be purchased to help students who are having difficulty understanding a particular strategy, or for students that need further extension. If you would like a visit to your school for further support, information regarding any aspect of the program, or a look at the resources at no cost, please email Hawker Brownlow or alternatively contact your state representative. Thank you for your time.